Hi there, and welcome back to my second yoga video practice. Today, I thought we'd do a little bit of shoulder um, releasing and trapezius releasing. For many of you who are working from home, I think this might be a good idea, especially if you're sitting in front of the computer all day, to get a little release. This practice will be about 40 minutes long, so give yourself the time. I have also changed the location of where I did my videos. As the first video was very dark, this one will be a little bit brighter. So hopefully that will be helpful. Now, to be prepared, you need to be on your mat. You need a block and in yoga clothes ready to practice. I'm looking forward to doing this practice for you. Please be aware that I will not be doing push-ups today. So let's get started. Clasp your hands together and raise your arms up above your head while you're seated in Vajrasana on your mat. Take some deep, slow breaths in and out. As you breathe in, see if you can get the breaths up into the chest. Open the arms, bringing the fingertips down. Roll your shoulders a few times. Lowering the chin to the chest, roll your head to the right shoulder and then back to center, then around to the left shoulder, back to center. Do this 3 times. Just notice if there's any tension going on in the neck or in the trapezius muscles. See if you can allow it to melt as you do these head rolls. Then, clasping the hands together out in front, stretch your arms in front of you and round your spine, breathing out. Breathe in, raise the arms up, but keep the shoulders down. Breathing out, arms forward. Breathing in, raise the arms. One more time. Opening the arms, bring the hands back down to the floor. Good. Now, I've turned towards the camera. I'm going to show you, rubbing the hands together, how to massage your trapezius. Either cross the forearms together and squeeze. The trapezius are muscles in between the shoulders and the neck that can get very tight and very tense. You could also do it without crossing the forearms. Just give yourself a few squeezes. Good. Now perhaps you want to do the deltoids, which is just at the top of the shoulder, at the top of the arm. Squeeze up and down, other side. Squeeze up and down. Let's clasp our hands together behind the back, stretch the arms as straight as possible, and lift your chin. Again, deep breaths into the chest, into the upper body. Rolling the shoulders after that stretch. Let's bring our hands to the front of the mat. Bring your knees underneath your hips. Take a deep breath in, curve the spine, and breathe out and round. Cat and cow. Breathing in, curling. Breathing out, rounding. Once more. Breathe in, curl your spine, look skyward, and breathe out and round. Coming back to a flat back. Let's bring the right hand off the mat and stretch out the left hand side of the body, pressing back. And you do a few presses forwards and back, just to get some movement into the shoulders. And a nice stretch into the side body. A little bit of movement in the knees as well, back and forth. When you're ready, set your hands at the front edge of your mat. Stretch your right foot back and stretch into the calf. So the leg is straight, toes tucked under. Then you can raise that right leg and make a nice big circle with the foot. Good. Now breathing out, let's bring the knee and the nose together. Breathing in, stretch the leg high. This is going to help to start engaging the back body, engaging the back of the leg and the glute. Bring the knee back down, and let's change legs. Left leg, toes tucked. Then raise the leg, make a nice big circle with the foot. Good. Changing the direction. And then you can raise the leg high, breathing out, bring the knee and the nose together, breathing in, stretch it high. And this is again engaging the back body. Let's bring the knee back down. Walk your knees back about 20 centimeters. Press the hips back over the heels and then forward 2 or 3 times, just bouncing back and forth. And then when you're ready, tucking the toes, come to downward facing dog. Begin pedaling your feet right and left, getting stretches down into the calves and ankles. And then lift the heels and let your heels go to the right. Staying in down dog with the upper body, you'll feel the stretch down through the waist. Then lift the heels and change. Let them go to your left, stretching out the right hand side of the body. Back into down dog and pedal the feet. Looking to your hands, take big steps forward. Once you reach the front edge of your mat, separate your feet about hip width and grab your elbows. Float over your thighs. Notice my knees are bent. This is better for your low back. Lower your arms down and roll the shoulders. Then let's turn the head from right to left. And perhaps a little yes with your head. Good. Now we're going to massage again those trapezius. Just squeeze, grab into those muscles. And then maybe grab into the neck and squeeze the neck a bit. Do what feels good. Here I cross the arms again to show another way to squeeze the trapezius. And then also the neck. Now take your head and sort of make circles and rubbing just at the base of the cranium. And let your head go so it can release any tension you might be feeling there from working in front of the computer. Bend your knees down low, hands to your hips, elbows pointing up to the sky. Lift your chin, chest, come all the way to standing. Hands to the heart center. Now really find your perfect posture here. Stretch the legs and then reach the arms up over the head. Breathing out, let's fold forward. Come to that halfway lift, lengthening the spine, and step back to your plank position. Lower the right hip and then the left hip. We're sort of doing little twists here in our plank just to release the hips and get some momentum into the waist. Move your chest down, point your toes, and rise up to a little cobra. Coming back down, rise again, breathing in, breathing out. We're just raising the mobility in the back. And then after the third one, come back down and push back. And then into downward facing dog. Pedal your feet. And in these first sun salutations, we're just looking for mobility, warming up. Take a halfway lift after you step forward, fold forward. Hands to your hips, bend your knees low, rise to standing, and then hands come to your heart center. Let's go again. Deep breath in, stretch skyward. Breathing out, fold. Halfway lift, breathing in. Stepping back to plank. Once again, let's start to mobilize the hips and the low back, twisting right hip, left hip. Keep strong plank in the shoulders, just move the lower body. Then move the knees to the floor, chest comes down. Point your toes, lengthening out, rise up to that little cobra. Bring the chest back down. And again, cobra, back down, mobilizing the spine. getting to full extension. Push back up and on to your feet into down dog. You can pedal the feet here if you wish. And take a few breaths here. Notice I'm not sinking into the shoulders. Take your right leg up in between the hands. Set the right elbow to the thigh, left hand to the hip. Open up your chest. Open the shoulders. Lengthen out the neck. And let's raise the arm up over the ear. Circle it around. Raise the arm up over the ear. Circle it around. One more time. And we'll hold, keeping the arm diagonal with the body and with the leg. If you'd like to look to the sky, you may. Always breathing deeply, hands to the floor, step back to your plank position. Now here, if you want to take a push-up, you may. I'm not doing push-ups today, but you can always do a push-up. Come to cobra, bring your chest back down, tuck your toes, and move back to down dog. Getting ready, left leg comes forward between the hands, left elbow to the thigh. Right hand onto the hip, open up, really lengthen out. Raise the right arm up and over the head, get that long diagonal stretch, and then circle the arm over the head, circle it down and around, again over the head, and stay here. If you'd like to turn your head to look to the sky, you may. Otherwise, just look to the side. Deep breaths. Bring your hands back down to the floor, plank position. Again, if you want to do a push-up, go for it. Point your toes once you're down. Rise up to cobra. Bring your chest back down and push back. Downward facing dog pose. Pedal your feet right and left. Looking to your hands, you could step or jump forward if you wish. Halfway lift, fold forward. Hands to your hips and rise to a chair position. Clasping your hands behind you, stretch the arms as straight as possible. Drop the shoulders, squeeze the shoulder blades. Now we're going to shift the weight onto the left foot, raise your right foot. Set your gaze in front of you. Stretch the right leg out in front of you. Bend the knee and let's send it back behind us and into an airplane position. Looking forward beyond your mat. And then sink back into a chair and bring the foot down. Let's shift the weight onto the right foot, lift the left knee. Stretch the leg in front of you and hold. Rebend and send the leg behind you into an airplane. Engage that glute. Hold it there. Raise the arms if possible. Bring the knee back up in front. Good job. Bring the foot back down. Sink down into that chair. Raise the arms. And then breathing out, fold forward. Let's go for the halfway lift. And step back to your plank position. Go for the push-up if you wish. Otherwise, down and into cobra. Bring your chest back down. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Take your right leg up between your hands. And let's go for a warrior two. Strong warrior. Reverse it. Lengthen out the upper body and move back down to a plank position. Go for that push-up if you wish, otherwise right down and into cobra. Tucking the toes, downward facing dog. Good, get dynamic, rise to a warrior two with the left leg. Reverse and moving back down again and into plank position, strong plank. A push-up if you wish, point your toes, rise to cobra. Bring your chest back down, downward facing dog. Good. Pedal your feet. Looking to your hands, step or jump forward. Halfway lift. folding forward. Let's take a chair position. Clasp your hands behind you, and we're going to flow through it this time. Raise the right knee up. Stretch the right leg out, flowing. Bring the leg back behind into airplane. And then back into your chair. Set it down, and let's go left foot up. Stretch it in front. Rebend. Send it behind, airplane. Back into chair. Sinking down. Good job. Stay in chair, raise the arms up and just working the shoulders. Breathe out, come into cactus. Breathe in, stretch the arms. Breathing out, cactus. Breathe in, stretch. Breathing out, cactus. And let's go fold forward. Halfway lift, stepping back to a plank position. Bring your right knee down and raise your left arm up to the sky. Good. Or you can take a side plank position, which is what I've taken. So you have the option, the knee down or a full side plank, Vasisthasana. Look up to the sky, keep the belly in, then lower the arm and move down to the floor with or without a push-up. Come up to Cobra, tuck your toes down, dog. Good. Take your right leg forward, take that warrior two, dynamic. Reverse it. Back down again to your plank position. If you want to do another push-up, you can go for it. All the way down, Cobra, and then downward facing dog. Good. Bring your left knee down now and take the side plank. Or you can do the full side plank, spinning your heels. Right leg on top of the left. Hold it here. Look to the sky. Deep breaths, stay strong, keep the hips up, looking to the floor, come back to your plank position. Here we go, last chance for a push-up, and then down and up to Cobra. Look to your right, little twist, come back to center, look to your left, little twist, come back to center, bring the chest back down, and downward facing dog pose. Pedal your feet if you wish. Good job, everybody. Very good. Look to your hands, step or jump forward, halfway lift, breathing out, fold forward. Bring your hands to your hip and retake that chair to rise to a full standing position. Here I'm going to turn a bit to the side to show you the tree pose. So bend your right knee, bring it either at the ankle, knee, or inner thigh. And then raise your arms, opening the arms in a V shape so you can drop the shoulders, yet lift the chest. Eyes forward. Stay with your breath and stay stable. Hands to your hips, lower the leg. And let's change. Left knee bends out to the side. Arms in a V. Drop the shoulders, lengthen the neck. Lift your chest as you breathe. Tree pose, Vrikshasana. Hands come back down to your hips. Bring the foot down. Re-step to the front edge of your mat. Hands to your heart center. Rolling the shoulders a few times. Take a deep breath in, rise up. And let's fold forward, come to a halfway lift, step back to your plank position. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We're going to hold that plank. I held the plank for 10 breaths. Keep the hips lifted, keep the belly in, keep the legs strong, shoulders strong. See if you can bring the shoulder blades down the back. Stay with your breath. Good job. Bring your knees down, bring your chest down to the floor. Release the feet. Bring your arms by your sides, fingertips stretched, and the baby fingers going up to the sky. Raise the legs as well. This is called, either it can be called a Superman pose, or it's also called a variation of lotus. Variation of locust. Locust. Bring your hands back underneath your forehead and relax. Next, bring your hands off your mat, fingertips on the floor, and we'll take a deep breath in, lift a little bit, and then stretch your arms out to the side. Come back down. So you'll come into a little lift and then raise the arms to the sides and come back down. Excellent work for the upper back, for the posture, and also to engage the rhomboids, which are between the shoulder blades. Breathe in as you lift, stretch the arms, and breathe out as you come down. One more time. Lift, stretch the arms, and come back down. Release, hands under the forehead, move your hips from side to side. Stretch your left arm out in front of you, grab your right ankle. So we're just going to explore the bow now. Flex your right foot, lift the right thigh up, and lift the chest up, looking forward. Bring the knee back down, releasing, we'll change. Bend the left knee, grab the left ankle, right arm out in front of you, lift the chest, and lift the thigh. Half bow pose. Coming back down. We'll release the hips again and get ready for the full bow. You could grab the outside of the ankles or the inside. Deep breath in as you rise, thighs up, chest up, and stay here. Be sure the head and the neck are just an extension of your back. Notice that I'm rocking, that is with the breath. Hands under the shoulders, push up onto the knees. Open the knees, toes together, walk your hands forward and come into a child's pose. Deep breaths as you allow the hips, the low back, and the shoulders to release and let go. Rise back up onto the knees. Place your toes still together, right hand right underneath the nose, left arm, hand to the hip and open twist, or raise the left arm all the way up to the sky and twist in this open position. Bring the left arm back down. Now the left hand underneath the nose, raise your right hand to the hip and twist, or you could stretch the arm up to the sky as well. After this twist, bring your hand down, underneath the shoulders. Walk your knees forward. You could cross your ankles, roll over, or bring your feet to one side. Coming to a seated position, we're going to take our blocks with us. Place the block lengthwise on your mat, and you're going to set your upper back onto the block. It's right in the center. Your head, you could either hold your head with your hands or allow your head to roll back. This is a type of fish pose, arms stretched out to the sides, chest opening, and this should feel really, really good for the upper back. If it doesn't feel good, readjust. If you need to hold the head up off the floor, keep holding the head. Just allow yourself to let go in this position. Grab the head, lift your head up and roll off the block. Place the block to the side, come back onto your back. Now we're getting ready for the bridge pose sequences. Elbows into the floor. Watch as I lift the chest first, squeezing the shoulder blades. Then you raise the hips. Half bridge pose. Use the glutes to raise the hips up. Lengthen your neck on the floor, shoulders pressing down. This position is also called shoulder pose. So all of the weight should be up on the shoulders. Walk your feet in, raise your right leg, and we're going to press up 5 times. Bring the foot back down, reset, and raise your left leg, press up 5 times. Bringing the foot back down, reset your feet, stay in half bridge, or for those of you who like to take full bridge, set your hands now to either side of the head and come into a full bridge pose. For those of you who are going to stay in half bridge, I recommend taking the block, setting it underneath the hips for a supported half bridge. You could set it on its long side or on its short side. So half bridgers, if you're staying here, walk your feet in so you can grab your ankles with your hands. Full bridgers, you can come down out of full bridge now and join us in this supported half bridge. All right, we'll release the posture, taking the block out from underneath. Walk your feet a little bit farther away from you, then raise your arms over your head to lower the back 1 vertebra at a time. Very, very slowly. Remember, 17 vertebrae from the upper thoracic all the way down to the lumbar. Take your time. Once your back's all the way down, soles of the feet together, knees wide, for a reclining butterfly position. Here I've also grabbed my elbows so I can get a full release of the trapezius muscles. Releasing this, you can help your knees back up. Raise the knees to the chest and rock from side to side, getting a full release of the low back. Lift your head, nose between your knees, and then lower the head. Now come into a happy baby pose, grabbing the feet or the ankles and rock also from side to side. Bring the knees close to the shoulders, then release. And let's take our knees at 90 degrees. Hands to either side of the head at the temples, or you could clasp them behind your head if it's easier. We're going to do what's called a scoop. So you're going to stretch your legs diagonal to the floor, bring them down, and scoop the knees back in. Stretch, bring them down, scoop back in. We'll add a little lift. As much as possible, keep your low back on the floor. So you'll scoop your legs down and then bring the knees in and lift to a crunch. Scoop down, breathe out as you lift to a crunch. Follow along, keeping the abdominals tight and strong. Be sure you breathe out as you bring the elbows and knees towards each other. Stretch the legs diagonally, lift your chest if possible, and then let's release it all down. Oh, that was good. Rock from side to side. My abdominals were burning by that time. Bring the nose in between the knees and release. One more abdominal exercise. Hands to either side of the head, 90 degrees with the legs, lift the head and shoulders. Just twist to your right and then center and twist to your left. Center, breathing out, and then twist, and then center again, and then twist. Here we're working the obliques as well as the central abdominal core. Now just twist side to side, breathing in one side, breathing out the other, twisting. Good, and release. Knees to the chest, rock from side to side. We'll get into the restorative stretches now. Arms wide. Allow your knees to fall to your right. Keep the left shoulder down. Turn your head to the left. And here we just get into slowing down, relaxing and releasing. You could take a corkscrew if you wish, left leg straight, right foot behind you, and you grab with the hands. We bend in the knees, roll back, and we change. The knees go to your left, head turns to the right. And if you wish, you could take the corkscrew. Right leg stretches out straight, and left foot comes behind you, and you grab the feet with the hands on each side. Roll back onto your back. Squeeze the knees to the chest. Cross the right thigh completely over the left. Lift the heels, grab the feet, and begin pulling your feet towards your shoulders. So wonderful stretch of the hips, the outer hips. Take your time with these stretches just to recover. Cross the left leg over the right now. Feet go towards the shoulders. Always take deep breaths. Allow the body just to sink and soften. Uncross the legs, squeeze the knees once more to the chest. Now, with the knees that stay bent, clasp your hands and draw a big spiral on the ceiling with both hands, round and around, to release once again your shoulders and your upper back. Change the direction of the spiral, and you can feel the upper back is getting a little massage. Shoulder blades are moving. Now clasp the hands again behind the head. Squeeze the elbows together in front of the face. Lift your head, gently stretching the neck, and turn your head to the right to look at the right foot. Come back to center. And turn your head to the left, looking at the left foot. Moving back to center. Bring your hands at your shoulders and roll and rock on the upper back. Round in circles if you wish. Super. And then come back down onto the floor. Stretch your arms by your sides. Stretch your legs one at a time on the floor. Allow your toes to fall out to the sides. Palms of the hands face the sky. Begin slowing down your breath. Relaxing your feet and your legs. Relax now your hands and your arms. Let go of the front body. Let go of the back of the body. Relax the jaw and all of the muscles of the face. And as you stay here and breathe, imagine yourself out in the sunshine, just next to a waterfall, with a lot of greenery around you. Everything is calm and peaceful. Find that inner peace within you. Find that place within where you feel centered, calm, and where you have an inner strength. And this inner strength can face any adversity. It can handle everything. Allow yourself to float in that pool of inner strength.